Welcome to the Stripped Podcast. This is your host, Allison Lassard. Let's get into it. All right. So if you've been telling yourself lately, ugh, I'm so confused, I just don't know what to do, and you've been spiraling around the same question, I'm going to gently challenge that in this episode, because what if you do know? Like, what if the truth is actually so there already? It's quiet, it's simple, it's clear. You're just scared to trust it. So we're going to talk today about all the sneaky ways we pretend that we're quote unquote confused when really we're just avoiding the clarity that's already in front of us because we're afraid of what that clarity would require of us. Let's be honest, confusion is cozy. It gives you a way to stay stuck without making a move. Like indecision is a decision, you know? In Buddhism, which is where I teach from, the root of suffering is ignorance, and not ignorance the way that you probably think. Ignorance in this system is not perceiving reality correctly, thinking that the world is coming at us, that we're powerless, instead of the truth that the reality is coming from us, from a projection of our mind and our karma. So we avoid clarity because we know it's going to ask something bigger of us, a boundary, a breakup, a death and a rebirth, like of our identity, a leap that our logical mind just can't justify. And I hear this over and over again from people. I'm torn. I just need more time to figure it out. I just need a little more time. I just need a little more of something or something else or, whatever. Underneath all of this white noise is a deep inner knowing. You're just scared of what it means if you follow it, because clarity often comes with grief. And I think that this is one of the biggest things that people tend to avoid because they don't know how to cope. It means letting go of people-pleasing, of self-abandoning. It means letting go of a version of yourself that you've outgrown. And a lot of people don't know how to let go of their suffering or of their pain or of the identities that they've created because they don't know who they're going to be on the other side of it. Like if your job title means a lot to you, who are you without that job title? If being a husband or a wife or whatever, a spouse means a lot to you, who are you when you're not that anymore? If being a father or mother means a lot, who are you when that's not like your primary source of esteem or that's not where you're doing the most, back and forth anymore? Your kids grow up, for example. And then what? Of course, you're still a parent, but you're not as involved. So who are you now? A lot of parents struggle with that. Also, a lot of people struggle after a relationship ends. And again, after their job ends. I've been through all of these pieces. Jobs ending, big void spaces, divorce, just total crumbling of your identity as you've known it. And yet it's like deep down you already knew. Like I knew at least a year and a half or more before I finally left my corporate job that I was done. I started preparing and taking small steps, but it's like I still had to pull the plug, and pulling the plug was still scary. I knew years before a divorce that it was done, but it was like I still had to work my way there and get to the point. And then even when it's time, it's never feels like the right time. It's just one of those things. And this is why you need to develop your spiritual practices and your internal practices, right? The things that you're going to lean on when logic doesn't say yes, when the other people in your life are like, what the fuck are you doing? Are you crazy? Or again, you still have confusion and yet you do know what you need to do. Here's the thing also that a lot of people miss. Intuition isn't usually loud. It's not typically screaming at you. It doesn't come with like a perfect little spreadsheet and 100% certainty. It's often pretty subtle. It just is, it's not dramatic necessarily. It's usually kind of quiet and it might whisper, leave, or it says, rest, or it's nudging you toward a hard truth and then things get quiet. It's just uncomfortable. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that it's not clear. And if you've been meditating lately, and by the way, if you're in the 30-day meditation challenge, which is a purification practice for addiction or painful habit that I'm hosting right now until the middle of May, you might be noticing that the more space that you're creating to tune inward, the louder that quiet knowing becomes. And this is really the spiritual path. It's not seeking more answers out there. It's starting to trust what's already arising. So if you've been feeling stuck lately, I want you to ask yourself a few questions. And I'm talking radical self-honesty here. And you can write these down if you want and do a little journaling afterwards, or write each of these down and pause. The first question that you can ask yourself is, number one, what truth have I already heard but keep pretending isn't true? Like, you've had the intuitive download, you've gotten the signs, but you're still ignoring it. Number two, where in my life am I calling it quote unquote complicated when it's actually just painful to accept? Like, your mind is saying it's messy, but your heart is like, duh, this is so obvious. You already know this. Number three, what decision do I already know I need to make, but keep delaying because it will disrupt someone else's comfort? This one is for the people pleasers in hiding. It's like, you know that it's going to make you happy, but it's going to upset other people, so you're not doing it. This is a huge one. Number four, if I were being 100% honest with myself, what's one thing I'm done faking or pretending about? Like, no spiritual bypassing, no mental gymnastics. Just be honest here. Again, nobody's hearing this yet. You can write these things down for yourself. You can journal this out and sit with it and reflect on it and just feel into it. Because again, a lot of people don't make decisions because they don't want to be uncomfortable, even somatically. Like, physically, they don't want to be uncomfortable because it might create anxiety, or it might create other uncomfortable feelings in your body, not just the mental discomfort, but like the physical discomfort. And that's also why a lot of people end up addicted to things, to numb themselves, to escape the uncomfortable feelings of what's arising in their reality that they're turning a blind eye to. Again, that's why I chose addiction and a painful habit as this month's focus for the meditation practice, because I know we're all addicted to something. It's not just substances, Okay, number five, what would I choose if I trusted that clarity doesn't require guarantees? It requires courage. Like, what would you choose then? Again, you already know. And the next step is not about having every single part of this figured out. Like, that never happens, you guys. You think like, oh, I'm going to have it A to Z completely planned. Forget about it. Fuck it. Chuck it. What did my teachers say? Chuck it in the fuck it bucket. It's not going to happen. So I'm not saying that you don't need to have any plan at all. But when it comes to big decisions like this, like I said, you can really do those mental gymnastics. You can tap dance around the thing for years. And I know that trusting yourself isn't easy, especially when you've been conditioned to doubt your voice, to doubt your body, to doubt your desires, or to feel guilt or shame about those things. But again, clarity doesn't come from thinking about it. It comes from a devotion to truth, and also allowing. It comes from a surrendering. Because I don't know, for me, when I get the most clarity, when I get an idea or I get an insight, it's not usually when I'm sitting there trying to figure it out. It's maybe when I am in a meditation practice, or when I'm walking outdoors, or I'm cooking, I'm chopping a vegetable, I'm in the shower. It usually just drops in. Ooh, that's ring, 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 ring. The universe is calling. Do you see what I mean? That's funny. I always consider everything a part of the practice. That's my alarm. So consider that our wink from the universe. Clarity will drop in when you're not trying. And that's all you really need to know. And by the way, this is exactly what I'm building out next. A space for people who are ready to stop second guessing themselves and spiraling out all the time, and want to start living from that more quiet, grounded inner knowing. So if that's you, you'll definitely want to be on the secret waitlist for something special that's coming next, mid-May. Right now I have the waitlist page on the medication, LOL, meditation challenge, Freudian. I've got the waitlist it's early. I'm still drinking my coffee. It is what it is. I've got the waitlist at the bottom of the purification meditation page. I'm going to create a different waitlist page, so that's on the way next week. But until then, hop on there, join in. Like I said, something special is coming. I haven't announced it yet, but it will be bold. It will be devotional. It will be community driven. It will be fun. And until then, I'm confirming it for you. You already know. Now it's time to trust it and take a step towards it. Again, you can take one small step, you guys. Small steps lead to bigger ones. What you want to do is start creating some momentum. What you don't want to do is sit there paralyzed and like on the fence. As I always say, you sit on the fence long enough, that fence is going straight up your ass. So that might be your thing, but probably not for too long. On that note, love you guys so much, and I will catch you on the next one. All the links are in the description below to get on the wait list and to work together one-to-one in a clarity session. Love you guys.